All right, so for the last couple of weeks, we've been working transitions. So let me back up and say we're working, I break up Jiu Jitsu in my own system as upper body, which is the upper torso from the waistline, lower torso or lower body, and guard. Those are the three main components. Then within all of those, you have your main positions. We're in mount, that's the main position. And within every main position, it's four components. There's the position itself, so positional notes, like arm positions. So using mount, for example, head and arm, head and armpit, those would be positioning notes for what we're doing with our upper body. Grapevine, skydive, etc., what we're doing with our feet. That's the positioning component of the mount. The second thing is transitions. Now, we've spent the last 2 weeks doing transitions. How do we get into mount? Side control, judo side control, knee on belly, reverse knee on the belly, passing the guard, all the ways to get into mount. Those are transitions. That's the biggest component of, in my opinion, Jiu-Jitsu. After we've done with transitions, we're now moving to attacks. So now we're going to work all the attacks from the mount. And then finally, once we're done with the attacks from the mount, we're going to work the escapes from being caught in the mount. So if we're mounted, we're going to work all the positions of how to, or all the escapes, I should say, of how to get out of the mount if you're mounted. So again, main position of upper body, this is mount we're working. I did rubber mount, I did three-quarter mount, I did reverse mount, etc. over the last few weeks. Once we got into mount, now we're working transitions. We just finished transitions, I should say. That's the biggest component. And the reason I think it's the biggest component is that you should know every single way to get into a main position, in this case, the mount. You should know absolutely, in my opinion, how to get into the mount from every possible scenario. That's why I think transitions are the most important. Because I feel like once you're working attacks, you don't need to know every attack from the mount. You just need to know, you just need to be good at a few really good attacks, maybe from S mount, maybe from regular mount, maybe from Isaso. And same thing with escapes. You don't necessarily have to know every escape, but you better be good at a few escapes when you're mounted. But transitions, you better know every single way to get into that main position. That's my philosophy. Take it for what it's worth. I'm nobody, but I believe in it. So anyways, that's a summation of how my jiu-jitsu is organized. Upper body, lower body, divided at the waistline, and then guard. I folded passing the guard, not coupled with guard anymore. I'm not looking at passing certain guards. I'm looking at what guards take us into the main position. In this case, what guard passes would take us to the mount. So I decoupled it from guard. I now look at it as transitions into that main position. And then once we're in the main position, in this case mount, it's broken up into four components. The position itself, transitions to get into that position, attacks from that position, and escapes from when you're caught in that position. Us.